Hello, welcome to and welcome back to Intuitive Owl Oracles. I felt the need to feel like I need to do like some sort of love-ish type of read. Um, so I got these answer cards in my hands. Again, these are for all signs and souls. We're going to get right to it. Intuitive Owl Oracles, welcome to or welcome back to. All right. Let's see what the universe, multiverse messages that we have here. Whoop, they're just running. I mean, jumping out. I'm not going to. Is this upside down? So anyway, these are all for all signs and souls. They take what resonates, leave what does not. Check the description box into. Usually these reads are more geared towards the good stuff, positivity reads. All right, so leave. You know, who doesn't want to resonate with that? Anyway, let's see what the universe has for us. What are we looking for? What do we need to know? Oops, sorry, gosh. Or how about let's take these? My gosh, the feelings are mutual. I am their light. So if someone sees you in a really high regard. So what's this? Wrong time, wrong place. So I mean that was upside down, inside out, but that's all right because that just means that we need to pay attention to that. Um, you might think that something is the right time, but it's not. Or you might be, wrong time, wrong place. You might, let's see, the feelings are mutual. You might be with somebody, or you found somebody that thinks, again, you're in a high regard, but you have the mood, ignoring the pain. Um, there will be a return. Okay, so let's just go with these. Seems like there's going to be some type of return, that you outgrew somebody. All right, this I'm gonna just take this because it just came out. Allow for time and space. Sure. All right, so that goes with the there will be a return. So I guess there's somebody in your past that's gonna return. Pride kept you guys apart, and they moved on. You guys moved on. Somebody moved on. But something was unresolved because you just ignored the pain of whatever that situation was. We have So I feel like this person might even be like not near you, maybe across somewhere. Because we got the moon and the planets, and it just means I feel like, and again here again moved on. So you guys might have been two lovebirds, or might have thought you were, this was your person, lovebird or whatever. But they took a detour. And again, this is another card come out. It came out before. It was delusioned. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry, but sorry, not sorry. Whatever the situation was, and when I see that delusions card come out, especially where there's like the feelings are mutual, somebody moved on, ignoring pain, I feel like it could be like it could have been a third party, whatever. I don't like saying that, but like some more than what was there was more than what met the eye. Let's put that out there. But again, even though your feelings might have been mutual, you might have the same feelings with somebody for some reason, whatever the case may be, whether this was somebody you were actually in a relationship with or not. It was just the wrong place, wrong time. Okay, they might have felt really highly, really well about you. You guys could have been two peas in a pod, two birds in a feather, these two birds flocked together. You could have had a good old time together doing whatever you were doing for a short period of time. But this wrong place, wrong time is coming up. So you ran out of time. You outgrew each other. It could have been a small, like you know how like you have a summer romance, a spring fling, something 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 quick, something lustful. I don't know, but a lot. It wasn't the right time. Okay, you have this allow for time to pass, and pride kept you apart. There needed to be some sort of growth that came along with this. Um, there was a detour. It wasn't the right time. You outgrew whatever that time was that you had. You outgrew that time. And let's see what's coming out here. Acceptance. Yeah, you just got to accept that time was not the right time. You outgrew it. You have to change your perspective into like now the present. So whatever you guys were going through at that point, again, this is not gender perspective. Can I talk? I know it's late, and I'm not even gonna tell you what time it is, but just deal with me, okay? So whatever the situation that you outgrew, You just have to accept that was that. And now in this new, you overcame your obstacles. You took a detour. You're there needed to be some sort of growth because this ignoring the pain thing, whatever you guys are going through, it probably wasn't like the best. Like, I know that there was something else going on. There was obviously a reason why you guys parted ways, and there was obviously a reason why it didn't work out. Yeah, failure. So whatever that was, whatever. So the failure came right up next to this card. If I could pick it up, the card where your pride kept you apart. You can see that pride and failure. So I don't know too many people who succeed in having who are, if you're over prideful. So it could have been because of somebody's ego. It could have been like, oh, they had you on standby or something, and they're like, you know what, yeah, this person's not going anywhere, But guess what? Fail. Because number one, this was a delusion you failed to accept. All right. So you have the failure card over the between the in the acceptance card and between the I was delusioned. So you kind of, you know, sorry to say, but somebody failed to accept what was right in front of their face. Whether they failed to accept that this was the wrong time, wrong place, wrong time. I failed to accept that somebody had a prideful ego and was more about whatever they were into than what the situation called for. Someone failed to ignore the situation, the feelings of someone. And again, there was a channel this popped out, but change, going within. Yeah, so you outgrew each other. You outgrew you outgrew the time. The time was up, but you also have this allow for time and space. So this means that it's possible that this person, place, or thing or whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and say this is a love read. So whoever this person is, whether it be you or the other person or somebody you're thinking about, whether you've ever been with them before, this came out. Let's take a flipper. What's this telling us? It was all an act? What does that mean? What do you mean it was all an act? It was delusioned? It was all an act? So maybe this person didn't have the same feelings that you had. Maybe this person was just pretending. Maybe this person, again, they, what's this? Someone is unhappy. Yeah, somebody was unhappy. Someone outgrew the situation. They just couldn't lie about it anymore. They found somebody better. All right. So again, accept that. Never again. All right. Overstep their boundaries. Some people never change. Yeah. So yeah, I kind of have to. I'm gonna just go ahead and say, yeah, that's it. I think. Am I gonna pull this whole deck away? I mean, it just keeps telling me that somebody didn't change. Somebody was delusioned. Somebody was playing with you, playing with your emotions, playing with your mind, playing games. And you failed to. It failed to accept your. You weren't on the same page. Because again, you have this perspective, overcoming obstacles in between this. It's all an act. So you guys were not on the same page. That's really what's telling me this. You guys were not on the same page. Y'all was not on the same page. But you have to accept so the failure in that also, it goes this way. The failure in in ignoring there's ignoring this pain was a failure. Ignoring the red flags. I'm sorry, I'm like mumbling and bumbling over my words. Listen, it is late. It's late, okay, and it's raining outside. Let's just keep it moving and just bear with me, okay? So let's be clear. Let's take a moment and be clear. What do we have in front of me here? All right. So again, there was a delusion. It was all an act. You got this never again card. So either you are sitting here saying, you know what, now you accepted what was going on. You accepted this new perspective. You accepted that what the outcome was, and you're saying, you know what, I learned my lesson. I'm not doing that again. Whatever that is, you outgrew those feelings. The feelings were mutual. So yeah, this person, whoever detoured and made their way out of this situation, and they moved on, they took a detour, but you moved on. Or vice versa. Take however it resonates. Um, Time and energy is fluid. Whoever this message is for, it's whenever you see it, that's when it's meant to. But again, you whatever this ego, it took. you thought this was cool. You thought you had a good relationship going on. Whatever the case, could have been friendship, could have been romantic. But I feel like whatever the situation, it dissipated. It outgrew the time that you guys were in. It could have been a short-lived summer thing. It could be in short, shacking up for the winter. It could have been whatever the case may be. It's over. But whatever and whoever is going to return, because they see they're still thinking about you in a good light, in a good manner, which is good, because you don't want anybody, when you split from people or break apart from a situation, you don't want people thinking bad things about you. But there was a delusion here. So whoever left, whoever took this detour out and was like, peace, I'm out, I changed my mind. You know what I mean? They kind of like took the road between, a rock and a hard place. Now all of a sudden they're like, they want to return. So this could be, let me take some more cards for this. Please, what do I need? Let's clarify. Who's returning? What is this? Who? Somebody was unhappy and they moved on, and they just needed time and space to move on, because something happened where they overstepped their boundaries somehow. Whether they disrespected you, they disrespected themselves, they disrespected the relationship that you guys were trying to build, or failed to build, because somebody was delusioned. Okay, so whoever, whatever, I think you learned this lesson and said, listen, never again. But guess what? There's two sides of the story. So whoever bolted, they're looking back at you thinking like they want to come back and see if this, they needed some time for the trees to grow and to move on, because, they disrespected the situation. And they failed to recognize your feelings, and they failed to recognize your unhappiness. They left you floating in the wind. I feel like that's really what's, um, they ignored your pain, they ignored the pain they were in, and they moved on to. But this, whoever this is, whatever this is, this people, some people never change. I would say just beware of that. Whoever is coming in with a return, whether again, whoever's returning, and again, take what resonates, because if you're not in a relationship and you don't even care about relationships and stuff, then it could be a job, it could be a friend, it could be a friend, a foe, a whoever. But something went right. But anyway, that's really the message here. Um, you outgrew a situation. It was a delusion situation, meaning that it's not what you really thought it was going to be. It did not turn out the way somebody wasn't happy, so they turned towards you. They ignored their, to dampen their pain. They, you know, they moved towards you, but then they ended up moving on. They moved past you. So it could have been like uh, what do you call that when someone's on the rebound? And now, it was the wrong time, one place, um, and they kind of disrespected that bound. Oh, well, let's come out here. Let's see. Take one step at a time and love. Yeah, you got a love card. So yeah, this is a love reading. Let's just say that this is a lover. This is a person. This is a person that you might have had feelings for. They might have had feelings for you, because the feelings were mutual. We have this love card here. So whoever is coming back into your life, they did have some sort of love for you, whether it was deep love, um, you know, love on this, superficial love, whatever it is, but their perspective changed, and so did yours. So if they do come back into your life, you have to figure out, take, if it wants to work, you have to take a step, take baby steps. If they want to come in and apologize, they want to come in and talk, it's up to you. It's up to you if you want to let this person in. But again, in the past, it was a wrong place, wrong time. So maybe right now, you know, a, a lot time and space has passed on where you accepted that delusion, you accepted that the detour and that they're growing apart. You accepted that these this person, let's just say it's a person because this love card came out. So you accepted that this person kind of played you, or the game was played, whether it was for you, against you, but there was a game played and you ain't never playing that game again. Okay, so you know what you want, and you know what you will accept and will not accept. You looked yourself in the mirror and you know what you accepted and you not accepted. So whatever the situation was, it helped you and allowed you to take those steps forward to grow into a stronger person. All right. So again, this person saw you in a great light. You kind of like You were the water to their tea, the sugar to their Kool-Aid or whatever. But at that point, you outgrew that, and you also outgrew this pain. You moved on. They moved on, but they didn't. They're they might have still residual feelings, and they have to overcome this obstacle of kind of doing that to you, whatever that was. Where you see these tentacles and stuff like that, obstacles. There could be all sorts of different reasons why this person kind of blew off. Um, there's a reason. There's different reasons why this person took that detour and and kind of took off. But the writing is right there. It was a wrong time, wrong place, wrong place, wrong time. Timing is everything, and they say that. But again, whatever that pride was, whatever kept y'all apart, it was pride, it was ego, and now time has passed where that person place or thing. But again, this love situation, they're coming back. They changed your perspective. They overcame those obstacles. It could have been a third party. It could have been, some rebound. Again, they were getting over somebody, and you were just in that place where it was just like this disillusioned place of rebound and thinking that you're in a situation that's deeper than it really is. You guys were not on the same page. This is what's they thought they found someone better, or you could have found some better, but again, this person who's coming back, you're kind of in this never again situation where you understand that people don't change. You don't just change with the wind. You see the people don't just change in the wind. All right. But they could have you know change your perspective in a way where they overcame obstacles, and they could be a little bit different. But again, it's your right. It's your prerogative. You can do what you want to do. Your prerogative. You can live your life. Anyway, that's it. That means for me, it's time for me to go because I'm sitting up here singing this stuff. And again, let go. This card just came up. The last card came up. Let it go. Whoever this person is coming in, you better pray on it. All right, let that person go because they are not for you. You have someone better is coming along. So let's just put it this way: whoever played you in the past, whatever this disillusioned person was, when they come back again, remember you got to let that go. But you can also, that's a card of saying that you changed, they changed, but let it go. You can listen to them. You can listen to them. You can listen to what they got to say. You listen to what they have to say. Let that closure come. And I'm not saying you can't be friends or Facebook friends or whatever it is, whatever friends, but they're not changing. Some people never change. They could change. They can change for like a little bit. We all got that person where they change a little bit, just enough to let themselves back in. But they're always going to be putting themselves first. I feel like this ignoring the pain is ignoring like other people's feelings, putting themselves first. Everyone's kind of have this like self-evolved, self-involved um, mindset where they put themselves first. But guess what? Time for you to put yourself first. Get that self-love. Set up those boundaries and believe in yourself. Be brave. Trust the process. Speak your truth. Be bold. Feel empowered because whoever's coming back into your life, they're gonna be thinking like, "Oh, I could just go ahead and slide it back in here, take one little bit of step, and then I'll be in there." Nope, nope. You accepted it. You accepted it, and now you have moved on. Guess what? They moved on. They took off. They took a detour. Now you moved on. Okay? And guess what? Guess what you moved on to? Someone better. And that white lotus whatever means you're blossoming into with the someone better. And that person that comes back is not going to be happy about that because they wasted that time. They wasted their time. But again, they may have allowed a little bit too much time to pass. All right? Those trees have grown. You see how these trees, like, those trees grown. Too much time has passed. You done moved on. The wrong taste, wrong place, wrong time, bro. But guess what? We can still film some music. We can still be cool. We can still be cool. But I do not. We do not have those same feelings anymore. You outgrew those feelings, and you moved on. And you're gonna have to move on to a better person, better place, better things. All right. You are never going to step back into those limiting beliefs and those low vibrations again if you could change, if you could help it, because that people, it was the whole, it was all an act thing. That's screaming out. That's You may have been in contact with a narcissist or something like that, because when people start just pretending in your face and not being real, and making you feel delusioned in a situation that you thought was all crystals and light, because you see these crystals growing and stuff, that was a fail there. But out of failure comes, you learn that lesson. The failure helps you shift your perspective and get a better balance of what you want in your life and who you want in your life, and you have a small group of people that you can trust and stuff. But again, this is love. You have new love coming in, and it's going to be perfect for you. It's going to be someone better. Someone's going to make you happy. Um, so that's awesome. That's good news for you. Whatever this old person that's coming in, I think you're just going to receive closure from that and kind of let that go and move on, whether you choose to stay in contact with them or not. You're going to put up boundaries and make sure that they don't overstep those boundaries, because this is also saying, again, there was all sorts of roots to whatever that delusion was, and you're gonna cut off those tentacles and move the heck on. You overcame those obstacles and move the heck on to somebody better, honey bun. You got something better coming on because you reached that acceptance. You took the step towards acceptance, and you're gonna be like, "Hey, what's up? Whoa, nice to see you. Nice to hear from you. That's all fine and good, but we good." You know what I mean? I got this new love coming in, and that new love is not an act, okay? They took a detour, they outgrew you, they ignored your pain, and they moved on, and so did you. Too much time has passed, so it's too late. Sorry, sorry, not sorry, too late. Okay, so that's the mojo for tonight. Okay. Take what resonates, leave what does not. These are all timeless readings. Time is fluid. So whenever this message reaches you and greets you, that's when it's meant to. All right. So thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Ranting on. Have courage and be kind. And I will see you next time. Take care.